playing host to an Eastern Conference game here on their home floor. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Milwaukee. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And I think for Milwaukee, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Thomas is down low with Lopez. Bledsoe is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Snell in at the 3 slot.
One of the first attributes you hear about Eric Bledsoe is his strength, shown there.
Eric Bledsoe, at one point, Brent, maybe the best defender in the league at the point guard position, multiple knee surgeries later. Where do you think he stands now?
I think there's been some regression from what he could do athletically, Kevin. So now you have to start to rely on your skill. His offensive game has grown a little bit, and he's around a superstar. That should make it easier to set up some opportunities where he could be more consistent offensively, especially shooting the basketball.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 3-point game. Prince outside, and the turnover again by Atlanta. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
And that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
And that one's good by Lopez.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now, here is Young. 26 points for him last game against Portland.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons, and I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
That free throw, no good.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
And he's good on the second.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Bucks passing it around. The wide open look here for Lopez. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
Here's Young. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Now Young, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
That's right, Kevin. Now, look, his team is leading 2-0 in the season series so far, but even so, he said, the length and the shot blocking of them inside does present a challenge. You can't get careless in the attack and fail to keep moving the ball. Kevin, they're not taking anything for granted tonight.
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
They get it back. Len, good.
And this guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it loose and stolen by Prince. Young up top, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. And a quick look at how things have been since the All-Star break, checking out the three-point shot ratio for the Hawks.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Try to prevent Bledsoe from charging inside. Easier said than done. Once he sees the lane, pretty much over for the defense.
Young against Bledsoe. Young inside. And it's sent back by Lopez. Herter, Antetokounmpo defending. From deep, Prince knocks down the 3-ball. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Young against Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, what, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. The one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
And he makes the first.
Now we can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
He's perfect from the line this time. Always a big factor, home court advantage, Brent, in the playoffs. But lately we're seeing some teams opt for rest and health and say, well, you know, we're going to play where we're going to play.
Do we always feel, though, Kevin, that that conversation happens with teams that have had recent success?
Yes. Seems that way, doesn't it?
It seems like it's veteran teams that the last couple of seasons have gone deep into the playoffs, championship or Western or Eastern Conference Finals, that the coach relies on that experience and doesn't worry that the change of venue is going to impact the quality of play that they're going to bring to the table. They think that we'll carry that through. So be healthy. Don't worry about where we're playing.
Shots good from Young.
Just a threat to score off the dribble. Young is crafty at assessing the defense and exploiting it.
They get it back. Here's Snell, guarded by Prince. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Milwaukee on D. Prince, right side. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Bledsoe looking around. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And Bledsoe, difficult to handle when he's going up to shoot. He finds his way to get the defense to foul him. Such a good, strong point guard. Eric Bledsoe is accustomed to playing alongside some other great playmakers in Kentucky. He was with John Wall with the Clippers. He was with Chris Paul. In Phoenix, they had 3 guard lineups. So that ought to help out as they continue to get great chemistry. Giannis and Eric Bledsoe could be a devastating duo.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe. Well, Eric Bledsoe, as you mentioned, Brent, accustomed to playing on or off the ball.
Well, that helps a little bit with some of the new offensive schemes that Mike Budenholzer is putting into place. He's got that huge wingspan, which he can always bogart a guy defensively. He's a nice fit on the Bucks roster, and he's a good build around that length.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Well, when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Bledsoe's got 8 points. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Len, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Even after a number of years in this league, Len still feels like a developmental project.
Well, out of the 5 positions, centers seem to be not only the latest guys to develop, but also with the way the game is going, you wonder what their position is in today's game. You look at Marc Gasol, he didn't become elite until he turned about 30 years old. Hassan Whiteside, DeAndre Jordan. It takes some time, Kevin.
That free throw good from Len.
Well, it's been interesting so far for Alex Len as the league has moved away from big men playing on the block about how he's going to improve his game to stay in the NBA for as long as he wants.
No good on the second free throw. Well, it wasn't easy for the Hawks to move on from coach Mike Budenholzer, but it seemed like the right decision, probably, Brent, for both.
Yeah, I think it felt that way, a mutual decision to part ways. Hard to argue the type of success that Bud brought to the Atlanta Hawks and the way that they played. It was a very respected team, almost Spurs East, if you will. But they needed a young coach now, a young coach to grow with this roster. And Mike Budenholzer taking the Milwaukee job sees a great opportunity to get them into the postseason. So maybe a win-win in terms of the decision for both.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
And Adams kicks to Len. Back to Adams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
A different look for Milwaukee. Wilson, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Hits it from 3-point range. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul. So for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Alex Len. And it's Bembry in for Collins. DiVincenzo. He's covered by Bazemore.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
And he knocks down the first one. And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams. What type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table? He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He's said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier. And maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there.
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. The Bucks #1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Here's Bembry. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Carter with the 3. Not going to go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the bucket by the Bucks. Yep, that one goes.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. They trail by 3. Unloads from 13, and that one goes long. And here's Bazemore. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Rob. And it's the Bucks on the break. It's hauled in by Adams. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Bazemore. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Out to Carter. There's the pass to Bembry. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Dedmon trying to break free. And it's Carter missing. Bucks trail by 3. Bledsoe with it. Now defended by Adams. Bledsoe against Adams. DiVincenzo. He's covered by Bazemore. Kept alive. He gets it in there.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
And Adams kicks to Carter. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
And there's the rebound by Dedmon. And the Hawks with possession here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Now, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
Now here's Dedmon. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Smart around the rim. Dedmon has the physical skills and the touch to be pretty effective from there.
Bledsoe kicks to Wilson. Knocked loose. And Vince Carter picks up a foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Bucks have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
First one falls for him. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. You think those are necessary things?
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might
I like it. It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
Now here's Bazemore, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
The first one falls. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him is he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility. Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Ilyasova passes to Connaughton. Count that bucket. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. And Adams kicks to Bembry. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Frazier, the pass to Wilson. Outside Hill. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Hawks leading by 3. Adams outside. Here's Bembry. Frazier covering. Bembry misses.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Frazier dishes to Ilyasova. Back to Frazier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gentlemen, group shots. Group shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Here's Bazemore. No points in the game yet for him. It's stolen by Hill. 1 second left. And we'll be right back after this. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Ilyasova out there with Wilson. Then it's George Hill. Then there's Frazier. And it's Connaughton in at the three. Down low, here's Wilson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Hawks leading. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Here is Frazier following the bucket by the Hawks. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Back to Young, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Trae Young on top.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
And it's Frazier with the ball for the Bucks. Pass to Wilson. Now Hill. Poked away. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Bembry. In the corner, Bazemore with it. No good on the three. Outside Hill. He kicks it to Frazier. Six on the shot clock. It's back to Hill. And the Bucks miss again. The Hawks leading by 4. Carter with the three. No good on that one. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Outside Hill. Frazier scanning the floor. From deep, Ilyasova. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bazemore against Hill. Bazemore finds Young. Good on the three-point shot.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length, a very large, long arm span.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on, and the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 3rd in scoring, 5th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well. Now, here's Antetokounmpo, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Here's Prince. And Hill over to help. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Bucks trail by 7. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Frazier with it, and Young picks him up defensively. For 3, Middleton. Good, great play set up by Frazier. Middleton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Young kicks to Prince. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. From 12 feet out. And he can't bank that one in. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. The Hawks leading by 4. Young outside. A floater. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
If I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
That free throw good from Young. And the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Bucks trail by 6. Hill looking it over. To the paint. Snell, no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Kicks it to Prince. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Passes it to Middleton. Fires at the elbow. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Young passes to Prince. Back to Young. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Antetokounmpo against Collins. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 6 points. That one good from Antetokounmpo.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
Young dishes to Prince. Pass to Len. He kicks to Young. And it's in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you in transition. He's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he makes the first. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
Both shots good from the stripe. Atlanta leading by 6. And Young kicks to Prince. The pass to Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
And he is very, very careful with his shot selection, which has led to that high percentage, but not to the point where he's too conservative. He's still willing to force the issue when the situation calls for it. He'll just work that much harder for a good look.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Bledsoe outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Prince. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Now here's Prince. He's got 12. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
And that one falls for Prince. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. Just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
And both free throws good for Prince.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Bledsoe finds Lopez. DiVincenzo, guarded by Prince. Pass to Middleton. Fires from deep. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Now, here is Young. He's got 17. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
His offensive approach tonight has been aggressive, and it's paid off with a lot of trips to the line.
The first free throw is good.
And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they've done a better job at the line this quarter. They've got that free throw percentage up to almost 90%.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And stolen by Prince. Bucks trail by 7. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. It's his first trip to the line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Lopez.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Adams, he's checked in for Young. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Bledsoe against Adams. Prince kicks to Len. Passes it to Adams. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Middleton. Adams against Bledsoe. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
A moment here to see the numbers for Collar. 15th in rebounding. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. Now Bledsoe. He's got 11. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Prince. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Antetokounmpo.
That jump shot looking better and better from Giannis. When he gets in the rhythm, he becomes dangerous.
Now here's Adams. He dishes it to Len. Collins with it. Just 5 on the clock. Hawks passing it around. From deep, Prince. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. The Hawks leading by 4. Bembry the pass to Carter. Dedmon kicks to Bembry. Pass to Adams. Shot clock at 6. Out to Carter. Over Middleton. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got 5 now. Bucks trail by 6. And here's Bledsoe. He's got 11. Middleton outside. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Back to Adams. He kicks it to Dedmon. Adams wide open. Again, the Hawks score. 1:41 left to play in the first half. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 12 points for him.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Adams against Bledsoe. Adams the pass to Carter. Six to shoot, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Milwaukee has possession. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 6-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Bembry kicks to Carter. Collins passes to Bembry. Back to Collins. Here's Bembry. The 8-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Now the pass to Middleton. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Collins. Milwaukee also making some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Frazier in for Eric Bledsoe. .23 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 6. Connaughton kicks to Frazier. Fires the 3. Bembry with the rebound. Pass to Bazemore. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet, We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 19 points and 2 rebounds. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense, called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they need to strike a balance between being aggressive and being too aggressive. You know, Ernie, you need to be solid defensively at the same time, but not get pushed around. I think they're giving up a lot of free throws, way too many. They need to go back to playing solid, fundamental defense and build the energy from there.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Young. Then it's Alex Len. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
I don't think in terms of offense there can be any more potent group of players in the league. Having one of them on the wing means having someone that can carry a team offensively for extended periods of time whenever necessary.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both.
Bledsoe so athletic and so explosive. He just continues to get better in a lot of areas out on the floor.
Now here is Young. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. And it's tied up with that one. Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. One kick kicks to Collins. Hawks passing it around. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Shots good from Young.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he seizes it.
Bledsoe against Young. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. Prince outside. Herter defended by Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Herter from 13 feet. It goes down. Now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And here is Lopez following the three-pointer by Trae Young.
They look frustrated, 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter. Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. To stop the run. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Herter defended by Middleton. Young outside. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Bledsoe with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Middleton. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
That pushes it to double digits.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
And the Bucks with some changes. DJ Wilson comes in for Antetokounmpo. And George Hills subbed in for Chris Middleton. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Snell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Taurean Prince. First free throw is good. And so Snell nails both of them. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Young dishes to Prince. Bledsoe against Young. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Snell. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. He can't get that one. And Atlanta will come the other way.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Now a chance to check out the top NBA block leaders. 5th best, Brook Lopez.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Prince. We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or do you think there is reason for concern on their part?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
Yeah, I think these ideas have gone by the wayside for a lot of players, and they want the best opportunity for their playing and their best opportunity to shine, no matter where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Mm-hmm. The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Yep, that one goes in there. 12 points for him.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Bledsoe showing some faith in the floater.
Collins passes to Young. Kicks it to Len. To the paint. Herter. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Outside Hill. Back to Wilson. The Bucks working the ball around. Lets it go. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Wilson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, showing a willingness there to work it around to his guys. Eric Bledsoe wants to improve in this new offense as a passer.
Passes it to Collins. He kicks it to Young. Nailed from 3-point land.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Pass to Lopez. Here's Snell. 20 feet out. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Herter. He's guarded by Hill. The pass to Len. Collins kicks to Prince. Rebound, Milwaukee. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock in under 10 seconds from here on out.
Here's Bledsoe. Good defensive work there by Young.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Pass to Collins. And Young kicks to Prince. Now, here's Collins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Herter. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Hawks lead by 16.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. You look at the Bucks. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, Atlanta. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Atlanta with it. Now Adams. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Young.
And what a big-time game we've seen from him. He's been the one looking to create and get a shot each trip down the floor. Every time a shot falls, his confidence just grows and grows. Just an all-around tremendous offensive showing.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. And the Bucks with possession here, down by 15. Hill against Bazemore. Inside. And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Adams, the pass to Dedmon. Back to Adams. The feed to Carter. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Carter's got 7 points.
A huge mistake letting him establish that kind of position down low.
The defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
Now here is Hill. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Top of the key, Ilyasova. 5 on the clock. Here's Connaughton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
Here's Bazemore. Kicks to Adams. Here's Bembry. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks trail by 12. Hill has the open look, and another basket for Milwaukee.
Well, the jump shot continues to be a weapon that George Hill relies on to damage defenses.
Vince Carter on the wing. Passes to Bembry. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one, and Milwaukee will come the other way. DiVincenzo. Adams defending. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo. Right wing. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. He's got 9.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And Bazemore kicks to Adams. And he banks in the layup. Adams has got 5.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
DiVincenzo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Vince Carter picks one up.
Wow, wow, he got whacked on that one.
Shots,
Shouldn't
gentlemen.
be much debate there.
2.
And he can't get the first one. Atlanta making a switch here. Len's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Frazier in for George Hill. Good on the second free throw. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Frazier against Adams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. Bucks trail by 10. Frazier the pass to Antetokounmpo. He gets that one. Antetokounmpo's got 16 points.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
Bazemore on the wing. The dish to Len. Inside, here's Adams. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Adams has got 6 in the quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind. Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Now here's Adams. He's got 8. He kicks to Carter. The shot missing. Nice D from Frazier. And it's Frazier with the ball for the Bucks. And it's Connaughton missing.
It's a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Here's Bazemore, and they pick up 2. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And Bazemore looking pretty comfortable on the inside there, weaving around for that 2.
And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Atlanta leading by 10. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Then it's Ilyasova. Then there's Frazier. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Now here's Adams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
They throw good, Adams. And so Adams nails both of them. Bucks trail by 12. Antetokounmpo kicks to Frazier. Back to Antetokounmpo. With the floater, and he lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Now here's Len. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Middleton looking it over. Connaughton. New 24 for Milwaukee. And stolen by Bazemore. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Pass to Bembry. Out left to the wing. Left side, Adams. It's rebounded by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
clearly a foul.
And the first one drops. Young's checked in for the Hawks. Good on both. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. The pass to Bembry. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Rejected by Len.
While putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Bazemore against Middleton. Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. 6 to shoot. Bazemore with it. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Frazier against Young. Tipped away. To the inside. Pass to Bazemore. Drills the three-pointer.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Collins checked in for Bembry. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Tony Snell comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Frazier. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Bucks trail by 13. Passes it to Snell. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. The kick out to Lopez. Launches it. Buries it from three-point range.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. At one point, they led by 16. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Lopez. Bledsoe for 3. Len grabs the board. Atlanta leading by 10. Shoots from 12. Bazemore misses. Middleton against Bazemore. And Middleton kicks to Snell. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the middle. In the corner, Bazemore with it. He drains the quick shot. Bazemore's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
And there's the pass to Bledsoe. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Fires the 3, and it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee. Young with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Here's Len. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Hawks lead by 11. Milwaukee's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Antetokounmpo. No problem on the jumper in close. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
Making shots against good defense, that's what great NBA players have to do consistently. And if you want to be elite, which Giannis is, that's a prerequisite.
Atlanta calls timeout. And the Hawks making a change here. Prince is checked in. Here's Collins. He kicks it to Prince. The Hawks working the ball around.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Bledsoe. And yes, it's good. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
Tough to match up with Eric Bledsoe. He's incredible at slicing up the D, especially using the bounce.
And here's Len. Now here's Collins. Here's Young. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
Inside, here's Bledsoe, and that one drops. And now just a 5-point Atlanta lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Young kicks it to Bazemore. Prince outside. Dishes it to Len. Here's Snell. Pass to Middleton. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 24.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Collins kicks to Prince. No good again that time. Bucks trail by 3. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Middleton. Softly drops in the floater.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Young dishes to Prince. Passes it to Len. And here's Young. Lopez covering. 5 on the clock. Bledsoe against Young.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Down low to take the lead. And there's the nice layup by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 16 here in the second half.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Young passes to Prince. To the middle. And Young with the basket on the assist by Bazemore. 31 points for Trae Young.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Bledsoe against Young. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his 5th foul.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Prince up top. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Bledsoe.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Now here's Prince. It's a hand on it.
And maybe not the first option, but Len stepping up in a big moment there.
Milwaukee has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Middleton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Young. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the first one at the line is good.
Chris Middleton has worked his way back and come a long way. The former second-round pick becoming a consistent starter in the league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks trailing. Herter, guarded by Bledsoe. Now Bazemore. Knocked away. 6 on the shot clock. Tries a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore. Antetokounmpo against Collins. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Misses from close range. Bazemore. No one around him. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And you can see Bazemore is shooting the ball with confidence out there. He wants to be the man in those kind of situations.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Alex Len picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Prince outside. The pass to Bazemore. Clock is at 3. Over Middleton. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
An unreal move by Bazemore. Has the D doing circles out there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Collins. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Here's Bazemore. A rebound by the Bucks. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Snell. Prince with the defensive effort.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Yeah, Kent Bazemore stepping up huge, staying calm, and drilling a huge shot.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Collins. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 4. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And the Bucks with possession here. 4-point game. Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Fades away. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Now here's Len. Hawks passing it around. It's Prince on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Rebound collected by Snell. Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
I really like when you run plays that have options. Get to either one and take the best shot available.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe against Bazemore. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Can't connect from 14 feet out, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're up by 2. 1 second left in the fourth. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Two shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And really, it's hard to guard a guy like Bazemore because of how high he can get up. His athleticism is just boundless.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.